Alright guys, I got two identical F-450 ambulances here for you. One is a 2006, the other is a 2005. The coach builder is Fraser Built. If you haven't heard of Fraser Built before, you should go to their website. I believe it's fraserbuilt.com, and you can read all about it. I first became aware of these ambulances a couple of years ago. I was at the EMS convention in Las Vegas and had a look at one. I never thought I would own one because they're crazy expensive, but you'll see why. These things are loaded with everything you could possibly imagine. They came from the city of Irving, Texas. I've owned these for a year, and these have been used in TV and a couple of movies as ambulances. That's what I do. That's my business. I'm a paramedic though. I've been a paramedic and an EMT for 23 years, and I've worked on just about every kind of ambulance you can imagine, except for Fraser Built. I've never had an opportunity to work on one of these rigs, but I'm pretty excited to show you what they can do. If you like ice cold air conditioning, you'll love these things, because these modular boxes are pretty much built around the air conditioning. So I'm going to go ahead and walk around both of them, and then I'll start going through each one. There's a lot of stuff to cover here. You can see they've got this super beefy ranch hand push bumper in the front. It's loaded with it's got the siren speakers and some lights. The lights have clear lenses, but they're actually colored lights in there. And I'll show you that shortly. It's getting pretty dark here, so I'll be able to show you the lights. Also it's got air. They both have air ride suspension, so if they seem kind of beefed up, they are. I'll show you a picture. I'm going to include a picture of another ambulance I have. It's the F-350. And you can see the difference between the F-350 and the F-450. Huge difference as far as height and the suspension and whatnot. Let me do that. You can see some of my taxis in the background there. And there's that. Now you might notice there's two gas caps there. One's regular unleaded, the other one is standard diesel for the power stroke. That's because both of these units have onboard commercial generators. They have Onan Cummins 5.5 kilowatt generators for the air conditioning and any kind of power you want to run off the back of the rig, in addition to an inverter. They both have inverters. But let's go ahead and I'll start going through the compartments. And you can see this is the 2005 that we're looking at right now. This is the oxygen space. It goes in horizontally. You just roll it in on those rollers. It goes nozzle end first, and then I'll show you. The regulator is on both of these rigs. It's present. There's storage down below there, shelf on the top, and there's that storage. It's another big space for jump bags or whatever kind of EMS bags you want to put in there. There's a huge space down below. It's long. If you use the Hearst tools or anything for your ambulances, you could definitely put all of that stuff in there. There's that. Here, this is where all the electronics are. Another big feature about Fraser Built ambulances, there are no circuit boards like you find on Horton and Road Rescue and Wheeled Coach and everyone else. Basically, everyone else has a circuit board that everything goes through. All of this stuff are just regular solenoids and pretty simple circuitry stuff that you can get at any auto parts store or a Home Depot even. So repair on these things is really simple. If you've ever had to replace one of those circuit boards, especially for Horton, they're crazy expensive, as much as $10,000 if your circuit board goes. So there's some other stuff. Actually, the radio head, or not the radio head, but the radio brain would go there. The connections are still there for that. battery charger. That's the siren. It has the Federal Signal smart siren, and we'll get into that more when we get into the cab. Back here is another huge space. You could take that upper shelf out if you want. If you wanted to put a spare tire, you could definitely put it in there. This rig doesn't have a spare tire, but if you need that space, you could put it there. Just practically speaking, no one's changing tires on the side of the road. I'll go in the back in a minute. We'll just finish going through all the compartments. This is where the generator is, and I'll show you how you fire that up. That's all controlled from the cab. Here's the door into, it's got the rear, well, not rear chevrons, but chevrons on the door. And there's a look at the inside. We'll go in there in a minute though. Another huge compartment here. And then there's the compressor for the suspension and the air horn. It's got a crazy loud air horn. More space there, another shelf there, another tall space here. Oh, I forgot to show you something. I forgot to show you one of the compartments in the back. The backboard compartment. That is located right here. So, just to give you perspective, there's the back of the ambulance. The backboards go horizontally right in there. So, it's under the bench seat. So there's a shelf there if you want to separate like folding flat from a backboard or whatever. There's that. The shoreline connections are on the back on both of them. Those are located there. The only difference on these, you'll notice that you can change for the AC to get to do switching out repair or anything like that. This has a door on it. The other one, it's screw on, screw off. Right there. Let me do that. But you really wouldn't need to go in there. That's if you wanted to switch out the whole unit. That's how you would do it. And then again, there's the shoreline connection there. These tabs aren't broken off. The other ones are busted off. And huge meaty bumper. Oh yeah, they both have backup cameras and an arrow stick. So I'll show you how that works, how you control that. It has Whelen LED lights on both of them all around. They have magnifier scene lights on the side. Let's see if I do that. Does that help? Magnifier scene lights on the sides of the rig. And I'm gonna forget stuff. There's so much stuff on these rigs. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm gonna forget some of it. Let's go ahead and look in the cabs. I think I unlocked it. Yeah. So here is, whoops. Let's do that. You know what? Let me go around the other side so I'm not getting the sun glare. So this is the 2006. Oh yeah, and it's got Sigtronics intercom system. The headsets come with the rigs. There's the Federal Signal smart siren. There's where your radio would go. It has space for an MDT on the center console. And here's a look at the floor. It's got the rubber mat. You can see my camera down there. Rubber mat on the floor. Seats are in great condition. I don't know if this armrest is broken or not. No, it is not. A little dirty on the armrest, but the seats are not torn or anything. Headliner's in great condition. It's got the where you can switch between the red stealth mode or white light. The backup camera, let me fire this thing up. Okay, so